Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another Premier League recap show, ladies and gentlemen, as we recap all the action that happened yesterday night. We're going to be talking about Chelsea absolutely sucking against Manchester United. We're going to be talking about Man United win. We're going to be talking about Aston Villa dismantling Manchester City, and of course Liverpool destroying Sheffield United. So there's a lot for us to talk about, so much for us to talk about, and we've got an absolutely elite panel coming on today. Before we get started, I want three things from you guys. Everyone watching us right now, hit that like button. Everyone watching us right now, subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. There's already 100, 200 people almost in here. We haven't even started yet. Please run the likes up, subscribe to This is Football, keep getting involved in the chat. And also, let me know in the chat which game you want us to start with. The Chelsea Man United game or the City game. Now, you guys know how we do it on This is Football. Don't tell me your life stories. Don't write me paragraphs. Just write me Manchester City or Chelsea Manchester United. Let me know so we can start with whichever game you want us to start with. Now, usually on rival shows, I don't really get a Liverpool fan. I hope now, for the love of God, take 238. Tom Little will not stab me in the back with a knife today, but he's here today to represent Liverpool Football Club and also actually help me talk about all the action that happened last night. Joining us on the channel on a rival show is man like Tom Little. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm very good, mate. I'm very good. I don't like these nonsense around me.
What vibe are you going for?
Right. Bear in mind, my actual light is here, broke. And the natural light is that. Not very light. We're having to go for an unorthodox lighting setup today, mate. So,
fair.
Yeah. Fair. But I'm happy to be here. I don't like this nonsense around me that I stab you in the back. I just correct you when you're wrong, which happens a lot.
Well, 1 second. It's 3:28 and it's already dark outside. Can you show me? Can you please show me the thing?
It's winter time. It gets dark very quickly.
It's 3:28 and there is no sun. That's actually mad. But hey, fair enough. Big up to you, Tom. By the way, this guy, respectfully, has the cheek to say, that I'm wrong often. Just quickly to remind you guys.
I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
It's okay, Tom.
Yeah, again, mate. I love you, but it's time to go.
Exactly.
Whoever gave him that clip is dead to me, by the way. Whoever gave him that clip is dead to me. I hope you just sort of brushed that under the carpet.
It was one of the guys who watches us always. Hey, I like how any random youngster who plays for Liverpool is now Tom Little. Big up Luke Chambers, big up Connor Bradley, big up Ben Doak, big up McConnell. You just look like all of them, to be fair. I think it's the Scouse haircut. But big up to you, Ozan. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, you're just all the Liverpool youngsters. Make sure you guys are wishing Tom a happy birthday. And speaking of happy, this guy is real happy. His team won yesterday. I told him not to be worried because Chelsea are crap, to be fair. We were actually speaking pre-game, And look, it's always KJ out on the terrace regardless. But today he's actually joining us to speak Manchester United. Yeah, I still think he needs to edit the intro to straight facts. I need to be the headliner. Me and Lee Gunner. I'm going to be sorry. That intro needs to be edited right there. But guys, I've seen him on the terrace multiple times. Yesterday, he actually cooked Hamza a little bit as well at the post-match reaction. The man, the myth, the legend is here. The guy that always has to send me the StreamYard link to Twitter. When I had Twitter. Man like KJ is in the building. How you doing, KJ, man?
Yo. How am I supposed to give you links now that you ain't got Twitter to yourself? Wagwan, what are you saying?
I'm just copy-pasting them now.
All right, we love that. But yeah, hope everyone's good on the channel. Good to be here as always. Hassam's amazing what he does. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and like and all of that. And obviously, the young Tom Little, always giving great opinions. I love it. And wearing the McDonald's Liverpool kit. Love that.
Yes, great opinions like Klopp out lesson. But anyway, big up to you, KJ. The next two to join me, I don't know which one had the bigger L, to be honest, to introduce. One of them, I'll be honest with you, conceding 4 XG to Man United is worse than losing to Aston Villa. So let me introduce the City fan first. Joining us on the channel, you guys just saw us together on Footy Judge Mo. Aston Villa beat Manchester City 2-1. Of course, the icon himself is here. City fan represent.
It was
The
1-0
best
for
team-
Sam.
What?
It was 1-0, not 2-1.
I said one.
I'm not going mad here, people. Did he not just say 2 goals to 1?
No, I said 1-0. KJ, did I not say 1-0?
I'm not gonna lie, I weren't paying attention.
Hold that. I said 1-0. Anyway, joining us, the best ginger Manchester City fan because Nobbins can hold that. Man like LB is in the building. How you doing, LB, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm all good, man. Yeah.
LB, you are not ginger. What is going on here? You
Nah,
are strawberry. man.
I don't know, man. I got brown hair. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
He's definitely ginger. What the hell? That's ginger, mate.
Sam,
Why
you
are
know
you
what
going?
ginger is?
Goodbye.
I know you probably don't have gingers in Jordan, but come on, man. What is going on here?
What is happening, man? What is happening? Big up the chat, man. Big up the chat. Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the likes. Big up KJ. Big up Tom. Let's go, man.
And finally, last but not least, spam Linter Lurfer in the chat right now, in the words of Staffy. This guy. Yo, your team sucks. I will be real with you. But here to represent Chelsea Football Club regardless, is of course Shameless Man represent. Yesterday he was asked, so which players performed well? He was like, none of them. All of them are crap. Joining us on the channel, of course. I like Andrew. How you doing, Andrew, man?
Let's get this over with. I've got to stand out in the rain for the next 6 hours. Can we just get this review over with, please? You know what I mean?
Oh my days. Anyway, big up the chat. Listen, we just finished the intros. There's already 300 people in here. Love for the love, Habibis. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up Ozar says LB equal loss to Brummies. You damn right. That's a very good way. You know, I would say something with an L in it, but his
Every
name already
time,
starts with L.
every time somebody abuses me on this stream, I'm gonna go dark, and then someone has to say something nice to me for make me come back. Okay?
You're
Hey,
my
also,
favorite ginger, better than Nobbins.
Big up my Brumley
So-
boys, man. That's my town, man. I live 15 minutes away from the Villa Stadium, and I used to work there. So
How
big up
come
the
you
Brummies.
don't sound like a Brummy though?
I love it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. innit?
Support your local, KJ. Support
Oh,
your
hey, I was
local.
going to support my local until my dad raised me my United fan, so blame him.
Fairs. Anyway, chat. You guys have been asking for it. We asked you which game you want to start with. I think most people said Manchester City, so might as well just get it out of the way before we talk about the shit show that happened at Old Trafford.
Take your time.
So, we're gonna let LB talk before we open up the floor. LB, my brother, lost to Brummies. The floor is yours. Talk to me about City Villa.
We got cooked, man. It's a Michelin star serving dish. Yeah, had all the ingredients of a cooking. 2 shots in the whole game. Players didn't turn up. Some effort level wasn't there. Manager probably got the tactics wrong. Subs were too late. We ended the game with 2 attacking players on the pitch. We got humbled. I mean, the small W is that it was only 1-0. Let's be real. Let's be real, man. And the league is close. The league is close. Maybe this league could be won on goal difference. Maybe come the end of the season, we could be looking back at that game going, what a 1-0 loss that was, because that could have been 2-3. And we could win. The league could have been won last night at Villa Park. Who knows? So yeah,
You know what?
it was nasty, man.
I respect the twist, boy. I respect the spin. He's working at that laundromat, that washing machine. He's spinning hard. I love that.
There's no way he
Love
just
it.
said that. No way.
Well, the
he just said
game's the
that.
game, man. You gotta play shit for the content.
So on the previous stream, you were trying to take positives, and now you're trying to do the whole 1-0. It's a good loss because we only conceded 1. Talk to me about the game, Lewis. Forget the shamelessness. Let's talk some real football. Go on, talk to the people.
Okay, so let me go through the whole team from that. Let me get the team line up, and I can go through the whole team, yeah, and I'll tell you what the truth is. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth, bro.
Yes.
This is the truth.
Keep it all
Okay.
shit.
So, Kyle Walker needs to, this is my opinion, Kyle Walker needs to be dropped from the side temporarily, and we need to play a Kanji at right back. Walker's not giving me what I need right now. Ruben Diaz is luckily starting to play okay, but that is very fragile. Josko Gvardiol, I think he's been okay this season, but I would drop him for Ake, because right now what we need to do, we need to go back to a defense that can just focus on trying to keep clean sheets. And I think Gvardiol, at this moment, due to his age, lack of experience, is probably a bit of a luxury right now. So bring Ake in. He's probably our best defender. Midfield, Rodri's going to come back from suspension. There we go. Boom. John Stones is also back. He was rusty yesterday, but there were also positives that he's back into the side. Get him and Rodri inverted into that midfield. We need to drop Julian Alvarez. We're forcing him into the midfield when that is not working. And we need to get Phil Foden into the midfield. Probably with Bernardo Silva there. Not a massive fan of him there, but at least he'll give us some energy and some more control. You need to play Jeremy Doku on the right-hand side, Jack Grealish on the left-hand side, and Erling Haaland up top. That's what we need to do. That's what we won't do. That's my opinion.
Fair enough.
We also need to make some signings in January because we signed Kovacic, who should have been a squad rotational player, and he's been used too much as an actual starter. I don't understand the signing of Matheus Nunes. I think he's a good player. At this moment in time, still unsure of how he's going to fit into our team. So we need to think about signing a cover for Rodri when he gets injured or suspended, because with him out the team, we've lost all 3 games when he's not started. So that is a serious issue. We need to get a replacement for him, a backup. And we need to get a creative player in there. That's probably not going to happen in January. That's probably going to be the summer. And maybe another winger.
No, you definitely need another winger because Mahrez going is a big hit, you know. And you're not really. I know you brought in Doku, but you also needed someone to help Mahrez on that side anyway. So you've always needed 2 wingers. And yeah, it's interesting to see Man City go through this because we're not really seeing it that much. If they do lose, they normally bounce back straight away. If they do draw, they normally bounce back straight away and they running a winning streak going. But it's been very stop-start in the last couple of weeks for Man City. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Pep handles that. I think he'll be fine in the long run. But yeah, you can't just come to Brum and think you're getting 3 points, people. You can't come to my gaff.
I didn't think we were going to get 3 points. I was seriously worried about the game. Obviously, on Terrace, you know what I mean? I'll firm it, you know what I mean? And back my team. But deep down, everyone knew that I didn't think we was getting the 3 points because I've basically indicated that. I was seriously worried, man. Half of our team wasn't even there. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. And unfortunately, I've got to say, I think looking back, the board have got our transfer strategy completely wrong. We didn't give Ilkay Gundogan the contract that he wanted. We didn't offer him a long enough contract, and we didn't match the wages of Barcelona. So we let him leave. That is absolutely a horrendous decision, right? Not fucking saying sack the board. I'm just saying you made a big mistake there. Then what happened is we got semi-fortunate, semi-unfortunate with some of the stuff that's happened. So we went for Jude Bellingham. We was in there till the end. He rejected us and went to Real Madrid. By that time, Declan Rice had already said yes to Arsenal. Maddison had already said yes to Tottenham. We then went for Paqueta, who I think is a good player and would have worked well. That's unfortunate. I can't blame the board for that. And then we ended up with plan E, which was, or maybe even plan F, which was Matheus Nunes. So unfortunately, we also let Riyad Mahrez leave for £25 million. I called that out in the summer and said that's stupid. Some people said it's the 3rd highest transfer fee ever for a 30-year-old. That we should have been happy. I'm not an accountant. I don't care about the transfer fees. You should not have let him go. Oh, but he wanted to leave. So did Walker. Pep Guardiola took him spinning fields, wined and dined him, and eventually got him to stay. We could have done the same with Mahrez. If you sat Mahrez down and said, don't go, we need you. Well, you're going to get more minutes this year. This is your season. We need you to stay. He would have stayed. You know, he wasn't desperate to leave. And that Mahrez thing to Saudi, bro, that would have been there next year anyway. That means Saudis would have come back for him in the summer anyway. So it's not like a player who maybe it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to go to Saudi. I'm telling you now, the Saudis would have gone for him in the summer. If Mahrez would have said, right, I need to stay at City for 1 more year, and then I'll come to you. And by the way, I'll come on a free transfer because I'll be out of contract. You tell me the Saudis would have said no. They would have said, yeah. So we should have prevented Mahrez from leaving. But we didn't. We just let him leave because we got 25 million quid, and somehow that was an amazing transfer fee. It's not. It wasn't a good transfer fee. It's worth more than that. So there you go.
Yeah, I want to ask you about Hamza because he does what Hamza does. Obviously the memes and the TikToks and all of that. But then when things go wrong, he's then crying about the recruitment and you need to spend more. Like, do you actually think you guys need to spend more money? Like, as a team?
We needed to spend the money more wisely, KJ. So you spent £75 million on Nunes and Kovacic combined. You didn't need to do that if you would have just give Gundogan the contract that he wanted to do. Maybe you could have just signed Kovacic on his own. Probably wanted to get one more player in, right? Because all the players are raging, so injuries. You probably wanted to get one more in. You didn't need Nunes if you would have just signed Gundogan. You could have kept Gundogan, signed Kovacic for 25 million. Jobs are good. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a case of spending more money. It's spending it wisely. We could actually saved ourselves 50 million quid if we would have just signed Gundogan on a new contract. That's the thing. But we are now in a situation where we do need to spend more money.
I swear, wasn't it the thing that was like, it's just because City, City don't give like players past 31 a 2-year contract type thing? Wasn't that the disagreement?
Yeah, but that is the most stupid. I think Arsenal have had that for a long time as well. It's the most stupid thing that you should offer. It should be individual basis. Should be if the player is warranted that contract, give it him. And there's no player in world football that wasn't more warranted than Ilkay Gundogan. He just captained the team to a historic treble. The Manchester City's first ever Champions League.
He just single-handedly won the FA Cup.
The FA Cup. And it wasn't like, he just was like, people say like a Grealish who didn't really do much, right? Gundogan was a massive part of it. He captained the team and scored big goals.
Yeah, clutch, very clutch. Was it a goal against Everton where he needed it on he controlled it with his
knee and then hit it behind him?
Yeah,
that was it.
But stuff like that.
I swear against Everton he had 100% passing accuracy as well, or something mad.
Yeah,
that game as well.
I don't know if you guys have seen the clip. Have you seen that clip going around of Ian Holloway where he's speaking? And I know he's obviously not in the same bracket as Pep and that, but like he was speaking on a podcast recently, and he said football seasons live and die on transfer window activity. That's as long as the manager's good enough and the players are basically good enough, your season will ultimately depend on your transfer window. And he's absolutely spot on. It's like with Liverpool, right? If Liverpool don't win the league this year, you know it's because they didn't sign a DM. If they would have signed a pro, and you said that on the last stream, Hussam, so you can't even say I'm lying. That was it. You know, if Arsenal don't win the league this year, you might look at the fact that they didn't sign another attacking player to take the pressure off some of them. And if City don't win the league this year, it will be because we didn't renew the contract of Gundogan and we didn't sign the players that we were required to in the midfield. It always comes down to the transfer activity, man.
I think one thing I'd say just objectively about Man City. I know, sorry, Tom, sorry to cut you off, but just one thing to say objectively. First of all, big up to JJ, says, big up Hussam and the lads. Keep up all the good work done. And people, show your support. Smash the bloody like button. Subscribe now. Doesn't cost a damn thing. Oh, and I'm an alignment. This is what people say after a haircut. Big up to you guys. Listen, there's 450 of you in here. We're just 10 minutes into the show. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, as JJ said. Hit the like buttons right now. I want to get to 200 likes ASAP. I think with yesterday's game, though, and I just said this to LB, and I want to get you guys' opinions as well, just to kind of see where you guys stand with it. Let's say Matheus Nunes and Kovacic are 6 or 7 out of 10 midfielders. They're just average midfielders. What I told LB on the previous show was, just because they're midfielders, just from a balance perspective, they would have been done better than Julian Alvarez, and it would have allowed them to have a bit more balance. Just from a balance perspective, I think had you started Kovacic alongside the other midfielders that you had, or a Matheus Nunes, someone like that, I think it would have been more balanced. What do you guys make of that whole thing?
I just think City have done Pep Guardiola. It's very hard to doubt Pep Guardiola on everything he's done, but I just wonder where this next innovation is going to come from. If anything, I think the way City fix it is just go back to something that's a little bit more traditional, because they've got, if it comes down to just squad strength, they've got a better squad. The midfield is a problem. Kovacic shouldn't play as much as he's playing. You just know Kovacic is then going to get injured because he's playing more than he's supposed to be playing. Nunes, I don't think is all that. Like, he paid like 60 mil for him. He was a bit shit at Wolves. I get that he was decent at Sporting, but he's not carried over to the Prem. The scary thing for City has to be the drop-off when you don't have Rodri. That has to be... I've not seen anything like it in years. Just the complete drop-off of a team when Rodri's not there.
You said yesterday again?
What's a Hamza? But what this season, is it going to be Klopp versus Pep or Klopp versus Rodri for the debates? Because apparently without Rodri, Pep's just mortal. He just loses. So I think the big thing is the tactics might have to just go back a step to something a little bit more traditional. I get that this inverted stuff can work, but you're looking at it doesn't work if Rodri's not there, and then it loses effectiveness when Stone's sitting there. And then right now you're trying to shoehorn plays, and there's just so many issues with that setup. When you have everyone fully fit, it's the best in the league. But when you don't have everyone fully fit, you're just trying to shoehorn plays into an unnatural position, and I think the team takes a hit for it. I can't remember the last time Pep Guardiola didn't win in 4 games. This is as close to a crisis as we're going to get with City. And
if this is my club's crisis, flipping out, I would love that.
Honestly, this is Man City's crisis, and they picked up 3
Oh
draws.
no, the crisis will come if they drop points to Luton. That's the real crisis, right?
They ain't dropping points to Luton. Let's get that.
Oh, really? Same thing we said about Arsenal. It was 4-3. Same thing we said about Liverpool. It was 1-1. So where do we go from here?
I know what KJ's doing, man. I know what he's doing, man.
Yeah, what are you doing, KJ?
You're trying to do that thing, innit? You know what I mean? That witch's potion, bro. I see it.
No, Judge. Hey, no, this ain't. Wait, this ain't Judge. Wait, because you know why he ain't Judge? Because I don't even think you're winning the league. I think Arsenal are winning the league. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm trying to like bring you up to tear you down. I genuinely just don't think you'll drop points to Luton, and that this crisis that you're going through is the most first world problem crisis in the football I've ever seen. So yeah, like now you guys will be fine against Luton. I don't know about the long term, but against Luton, yeah.
I think the big thing as well is KDB.
I see what he's doing.
I think a lot for City depends on what
you're doing this on purpose. I can tell. You know what he's doing? He's doing like,
why would I say I think they will drop points to Luton when I don't think they drop points to Luton?
So do you genuinely believe there is 0 chance that Luton even get a point? 1 point?
Not 0 chance, but I said that more time, they have a 10% chance of getting a point or a win. I genuinely believe
10% is a good enough chance, to be fair. Like that's
10% is
10%, like, you know?
But I don't even give them 10%. I can't even give them 10%.
Had I asked him in August, he'd have said 1%. That's the difference, to be fair.
I still give them 1%. We look at that Arsenal game, yeah, it was 4-3. But the crucial thing is, Man City don't have a fucking David Raya in goal who flaps at corners and can't say fucking one-on-ones. As much as I don't think Ederson is the best keeper in the league, he's a decent keeper. He can save shots. David Raya isn't that. So City will be fine against Luton. The big thing for me and whether I think City will come back into the title race is the state KDB comes back in. Because there's an awful lot of pressure being put on KDB's return. If he needs time to get up to speed, because it has been 2 severe injuries, if he needs a bit of time, City could get cut off. Because everything just seems to be KDB comes back, we're fine. KDB comes back, we're fine. Yeah. I get why City fans are confident. They've done this before. And you can only go off what you've seen in the past. City can overturn these deficits. City are the only team in the league that we've seen in the past 2 years go on 10, 15 game winning runs. But if KDB doesn't come back the same KDB that we saw, what's going to happen there? What is going to happen then in regards to City? Because there's a lot of hope being pinned on KDB coming back and just sorting all these problems out. If Rodri was to, drop out for an extended period of time, they're done. Like, I don't even think LB can argue that because Pep doesn't know who to play DM then. Calvin Phillips is like DM.
I wouldn't say we're DM.
Done. Yeah, why doesn't Calvin Phillips start like DM?
Bro, come on, man.
Listen, there is no way he's worse than the shit you got out yesterday. My brother, come on. They call him the Yorkshire Colonel for a good reason. He can't be that.
No, that was during
he can't be that.
Now he just seems washed. He's got no confidence. He's got no rhythm. He's barely been playing. He's always injured. To expect him to come in and do the Rodri role or something similar to that or to a similar level, it's just harsh on him at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no point.
It would be harsh on him, KJ. You're right. He just gets scapegoated, man. Like if he played last night, he wouldn't have made one bit of difference, and everyone would have just cooked him and said it's all fucking Phillips' fault. Look what happens when Rodri's not there. You know what I mean? Whereas like we're now speaking about the whole sort of situation. Yeah. But Tom's right on KDB. I look at KDB, yeah. So the first game that he's going to be back for maybe is Newcastle away. That's tricky. We're not going to obviously expect anything from that. But then we've got Burnley, Brentford, and Everton. So at least it's 3 games where it's not like he needs to perform at his top level. Then it starts getting trickier. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal. That's when we need him for, basically March. So he's got 3 months or 2.5 months to get to his top level. So it's not like we need him back straight away. Obviously, Newcastle away is going to be a tricky game, but we struggle there anyway. So it's not like if we don't win, it's not because Kevin De Bruyne's there. But Tom's right. We are pinning, to be honest, most City fans probably are pinning our hopes on Kevin De Bruyne. But let's see if he can cook, man. He's had this surgery. Hopefully he's going to be all right, innit?
I think Pep's missing a trick with Mateus Nunes, you know. I don't know, Tom, you said he was crap at Awards. I don't think he was crap. I think it was decent
before, so he's lying.
Yeah, I think he was
You were the
decent.
one who wanted him the summer before. I didn't want
Here you
Mercedes
go.
Nunes.
You want to lie publicly?
Yeah, I
You
will
wanna lie
do.
publicly?
I will do.
Exactly.
But I think
Let's
I
take
think
that.
there's something there to be used, because what we haven't seen since KDB has been out the team is someone who can drive with the ball from midfield for Man City. When I say drive, I mean like proper from the midfield, like take a man on with speed and pace and power, and create a chance. And I'm not saying Mateus Nunes is able to like create chances like KDB or is super creative, but having that ability in the midfield to get past a man or two men and draw people towards you and then play the ball off is such an underrated ability to have. And I think that dynamic in that midfield for Man City will just catch people off guard, because they're just used to them passing it around, giving it out to the wide players, let the wide players take people on and carry the ball. But they're not really used to seeing that against from the midfield. So I think something like that, a change, like a slight change, which Pep is smart enough to do, it might change things. You might see something become different from Man City. But obviously Pep is Pep. He can do what he wants because he's the best manager in the world. So, but yeah, I genuinely think he could have something there if he
Allegedly.
trusts Nunes. Don't say
I just think
allegedly.
he's crap.
You know he's the best manager in the world. Come on now.
Allegedly. That's by the way, I'm so glad me and you agree
Give
on
him
that
freedom,
point.
give him fire, give him Rodri or he retires. What are we doing, man?
Yes, so sure. This is the point I was
I don't
making.
get many chances to be shameless at City. I don't. I wanna at least
100%.
enjoy
So we're
it
gonna
once.
take someone when the chance is there. But I agree. But I'm so glad Cage actually agrees with what I said earlier on, which is the whole midfield thing. Like, I still think Nunes and Kovacic would have done a better job just in terms of balance, regardless whether you think they're good or not. Like, even if they're average midfielders, the key word is they still are midfielders. So they would have done a job, even if it's like an above average job, just an okay job. It's better than
I disagree. I think City.
But the starting Alvarez.
I don't. Yeah, Alvarez is the one, but I don't think Kovacic or Nunes would play that position. But out of Rico Lewis and John Stones, I wouldn't have started Kovacic or Nunes ahead of either of them, even though both of them had pretty poor games. Because the way Villa won that game, it wasn't because they were technically superb. It wasn't because they passed City off the park. It was just because they won more battles. They won second balls. They won the 50-50s. Villa didn't do anything, exceptional. They didn't tactically dismantle them. They just waited for City to fuck up and then won the battles. City is so good at winning second balls and keeping pressure on. Yesterday, Villa was winning everything. Kamara, Douglas Luiz, John McGinn. Every single second ball.
I know you were discorrect at that Kamara performance. I know.
Oh, mate, it was fantastic. Kamara was brilliant. He was absolutely sensational. But you look at that whole performance, Villa just kept them penned back because every time City tried to get out, where they normally have a bit of time to start building up, they were on them. Kamara, Douglas Luiz straight on them. And that's
Villa's press was very good. Yes.
It wasn't like, City just needed, someone to drive the ball. City just needed someone who wanted to actually be in the fight. And John Stones normally wants to, but he's coming back from a long injury. So I can understand why he wasn't.
Fair. Did Tom just freeze?
You're gone, man.
I think so.
Someone take a screenshot of that, please.
Someone take a screenshot, please, and send it to me.
Here's the background.
Yo, Ed's therapy. I don't get this super chat. I read it like about 4 times. I don't understand. LB, Andre, or Neves? Saudi or the one in Benfica? What do you mean?
As we need another midfielder.
Oh, is that João Neves kid and Andre?
Andre, like who? Andre, the one that Fulham want? Andre from Flamengo? Fluminense, sorry.
Yeah, I think you were linked with him as well.
Which one would you
everyone's
want
been linked with him this winter.
Which one would I want?
Yes.
It
says LB, there's not LB here.
It's not like I don't know, man.
Val, you know what to do, huh? Thank you. Anyway, he's here now. Sorry, just had to violate him quickly. Get LB back on the bottom row again. We ain't gonna put the losers on the top row. Just doesn't work. So if you had to choose, just who you choose out of these two? Sorry.
Maybe's Andre, you know. But I will just put a disclaimer out there, yeah, that is based purely and simply off an 8-minute YouTube highlight compilation.
Boy, the comps get us all, Lewis. The comps get us all, man.
Oh man.
Don't worry about that.
You know what's mad? Imagine the roles were reversed and there was a Brazilian. Imagine Fluminense were linked with McTominay. And they watched the McTominay 8-minute comp this season without watching Man United all year long. They would have been like, McTominay is the best player in the world. Get him to Fluminense right now.
Boy, all I'm saying is put McTominay in Brazilian league. He's one of the best strikers in the league. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know what's funny, Albi? My only experience of Andre is the Copa Libertadores fan because I thought we were buying him, so I ended up watching that. That's the only game I ever watched of him. It's not like we've got more to go off. He was all right.
He looks okay.
Yeah, same. I watched that game. He was good, to be fair. He was good. LB said, I'm familiar with the game, KJ. You damn right. He didn't fall for KJ's games, you know?
No games
and speaking
to be fair,
of
I can
KJ's
see why KJ was trying to twist it. You know, they're only 3 points off City. They could get the City back. KJ
yeah, and if they beat Bournemouth, and somehow Luton get a miracle win against City, United are above City.
Oh, my team, bro! Don't worry about my team. We're in them. Hey, when we get to the United section, then we'll chat about my team. My team.
We're about to get into it. We're about to get into it now. Big up to Gary Paul says, big up to Sam the GOAT. Big up to you. Speaking of your games, this bastard right here, Gary Paul. Anytime I get a DM off of him, it's always a video. You know, on Twitter where they always get you with the morning audio, when it's like, oh, you never believe what Rashford did to Mbappe, and then you click on it, and it's suddenly the morning. This bastard got me the first 2 times, and then he kept sending me videos. I'm like, you realize I'm not gonna click the 3rd time after he got me twice, you know? So hold that, Gary. But thank you for the super chat as well, and for the love. This guy fraud. Appreciate you, Gary. And listen, I appreciate the 500 people in here. Make sure you're all liking and subscribing. Big up Gary, Ed, JJ Ash, and Ozan Kabak. Ed, I'm so sorry. I just didn't realize what you meant with your super chat. Then I got it when I saw the name LV in there. But anyway, speaking of Man United, that's what we're going to get to. So continue to get involved in the chat. I'm reading you guys' comments. Don't even get me started on this 12:30 kickoff fucking nonsense once again. Anyway, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Keep sharing the video everywhere. And let's just talk Manchester United. This is the part where LB can smile again. You get me? Man United 2, Chelsea 1. Let me go to the loser first. Hello, Andrew. Talk to the people, my brother. What are you telling me about the game?
First of all, I don't like the way you said loser. So it's a bit disrespectful.
You lost yesterday, it's a fact.
No. They insinuate that. You know, it's just a bit of respect. That's all. I'm glad we're in December. Obviously, we're in the gift of giving. It's Christmas season, so we saw Ten Hag in need of a bit of help. So that's what we did. No, let's be serious. Thoroughly deserved victory for Manchester United. Better in every part of the game, on and off the pitch. Yesterday, subs, everything. I'm not going to single out one player because, like I said on Mo's stream and other streams yesterday, every single player was shit yesterday. The manager as well, displaying a centre back at left back and a left back at right back. You know, please just stop. Then hoofing the ball up to Jackson, Sterling, and Mudryk as a tactic. Then bring Broha on playing 4-4-2, and then not even telling people to cross it into the box. Centre back partnership changed again. I'm not one of the ones who thought Sanchez had a good game because he gave the ball away like 6 times, and I think he was just getting his saving stats up. He's trying to do a Russell Westbrook in the NBA. He got a triple-double. But yeah, it's a whole shit show. It's another year. It's another shit show. Everyone could take their portion of the blame, from the owners to the recruiters to the manager to the players and to the fans. I really wish Chelsea fans would just not even try and debate whether the other teams are shit like us or the same as us. Just focus on us.
Say his name. Say his name, Andrew. We know who you're talking about.
I love Don to pieces. Right? He's a brilliant guy, and he's not like toxic positivity, but sometimes I think sometimes he just lets it get away from him. Do you know what I mean? And he's sort of like
good shitter than us type conversations. That's bad. That's
just
bad.
saying.
Like, still.
I'm just
You
saying.
know-
You know
bro?
what threw
Are
me
you in
off
a
yesterday
crisis?
when I saw the XG? I'll be a liar if I said I
Four.
watched your game. Obviously, I watched
It's
City
4
Villa game.
XG.
I saw it was
4 XG.
4.46, no?
Yeah.
4.46.
28
That's
shots.
mad.
28
That's
shots.
crazy.
28 shots. And I don't think Garnacho, Højlund, and Anthony had an overall good game as a three up top. It was Tom. I'm not joking right now. I'm KJ. I think McTominay could have scored 5 yesterday.
He
Yeah.
could have. He could have.
He could have, right? He could have scored 5 yesterday, and it was just the whole thing's shit. You know, I don't even know. I can't really. Now it's not. Now it's so mundane. It's so normal if we lose. So I'm not. You're not going to see me rant that much because it just happens nearly every other game, or back to back. It's now an actual odd occurrence if we win a game. You know,
Why is your attack so shit?
decision making again.
They've got
honestly.
mid players. That's why.
But it's also just also
Jackson's not good enough.
he's
Mudrik's
not.
not good enough.
No, he's not good. He's a Werner 2.0. Oh, actually, I think he's worse than Werner.
Who else played yesterday?
How much did you pay for Mudryk?
62 rising to 88. But the thing is, I think it will stay at 62 because I don't think he'll get those add-ons. He's not playing well enough. It's still too much. That's the whole thing. Yeah. So every part.
What's happened to Madueke? What's happened to
Injured again? He's injured again.
How are you this short of attackers? I thought you bought 7.
Well, that's the thing. They're like our bench yesterday is a joke. Just a joke. We had Broha, I think Maatsen, and I can't remember. We had like 2 goalkeepers or something on the bench. It's just, and some people I don't even know who these players are. But that's the thing is though, that doesn't take away from the guys who actually started on the field. Didn't play well enough. Again,
Jackson shit. I honestly got certain sections of your fan base have to apologise for calling him Baby Drogba. That's just offensive to Drogba.
I don't. First of all, whoever they are, they should be verbally like shot. But verbally, I said. And also, he's not. For me, he's a very bad version of Solomon Kalou.
Wow.
Not even Sean like Phillips.
No, Sean
respect Kalou, man. Respect Kalou.
No, I respect Kalou. What I'm saying is he's not good enough to. You can't even compare him to Solomon Kalou. That's what I'm saying. If I'm trying to do something, he's maybe a Solomon Kalou in the way that Solomon Kalou used to frustrate me, but because he was surrounded by greater players,
apologize for that right now.
He didn't really, But
you cannot call him Solomon Kalou. You can't. That's
no. I said a very bad version of Solomon.
No. Don't even say that because he's a bad version of bad. Like there is
actually, you know what? You're right. I don't like comparing players. He is the first ever bad version and only version of Nicholas Jackson. That's what he is.
You know
well,
what really
hold on. With your track record with attackers, I wouldn't say he's the first bad version and the only bad version. I'd say he's the first bad version, maybe not the only one. I think you'll find another one.
Striker number 9 again. Never again.
Well, he's got number 15, so he's tainted that as well. So that number's screwed for a long time.
There's so many numbers that's been tainted.
Do you have any numbers that are safe? Do you have any numbers that are safe?
I don't know. I think we should put minus next to the new numbers from now on, and they've got to earn the plus numbers. So, but yeah, it's just a whole shit show. Man United thoroughly deserved it. There's no excuse. There's no injury excuse either. Those players on the pitch, on paper, should have been good enough to at least.
Can I say something on this? I've got something I want to say. I think the bowlers have destroyed your football club, mate. Honestly, I think their tactics of buying these young players stinks of not knowing anything about football at all, in my opinion. It doesn't work. It won't work. And it will only work when you deviate from that strategy of buying young players and getting some proof. You can mix it up. Not so you can't buy any young players. You have to mix it up and buy some experienced players. You've gone out and bought all these young players. Let me tell you something. Maybe 50% of some of these players will not make it at Chelsea. In 3 years, will be cast away because football doesn't work where you buy a mint young player and then they just get better and better and better. This isn't. I always say when you go on FIFA career mode, and you get a young player, they always go up and up and up and up and up. They never go down, right? That's not how real life works. Caicedo may never hit the heights that he hit at Brighton. Enzo may never hit the heights that he hit for Argentina. Same with and Stern's not young, so it's not really applicable to him. But it's same with all the other players. Cole will. He might never hit the heights that he hit at Brighton because that's not how football worked. And if football did work like that, everyone would just buy 21-year-olds. But people don't do that because that's not how it works. So I think so that tells me something. Why is your owners, why is your board signing these young players? It's either because they don't know anything about football and that they are seriously naive that they think that this is going to work, or it's for some other purpose, some sort of financial purpose. I don't know.
I think it's both.
The thing is, the one thing you can look at is this: is if the Bowleys and this board have come in and said we're going to win this season the league and we're doing it by buying young players, Lewis, I'm on your side. Everything you said is correct, but is it that, or is it they're generally trying to do a longer term plan and plan? I know it sounds mad because you want to win whenever you can win, right? But are they trying to win in 3 years' time, 4 years' time, 5 years' time? Is that their aim?
This club won't do it, though.
Then technically,
this club won't do it with the way it is, though, because I get the idea of what Chelsea are trying to do. We buy all these young players, they play well, they increase in value, we sell them on, we then use that money to buy 2 or 3 more. They're trying to do a very expensive Moneyball approach. Moneyball doesn't work if you're stupid, and Chelsea are stupid. 100%. Chelsea have bought so many youngsters who the plan is they go up in value and you sell them. Genuine question, Andrew. Which of your players that you've bought have went up in value?
Yes, Tom. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I agree completely with what Tom said and what LB said, by the way.
If they're not going up in value, then no one's going to want to buy them. Then you're just stuck with the shit because no one wants to buy them. They're on high wages. They're on long contracts. It doesn't work.
That's I can't. I don't know how to answer that. Like, I can't give a counter argument to it. I just have to agree. To nod my head and say yes.
Yeah, Andrew,
I agree.
This season is a write-off. This season is a complete write-off.
Another season, yeah.
Another season. Is it by next year? If next year this crop of players ain't kicking on and this manager is not kicked on, are you then gonna say that the Bowleys are complete failures and need to get out or change?
My thing is this: they would get a bit more respect if they actually, like LB said, actually pivot on this whole youth recruitment only and actually start getting a few experienced heads in like that. The problem is as well, I just Poch has to take some of the blame as well with his decisions. I just don't understand. Levi Colwell has never played left back in his whole entire career, and he sticks him out at left back. He plays Cucurella at right back, and then subbed him. I know he didn't play well, but he's a frigging left back. His natural urge will always to be going his left. Why not have it more balanced and stick him on the left at left back and take Colwell off? He always, it's never the same centre back partnership, always changing. He played. I think Palmer prefers to play on the wing and drift in. I don't think he likes to play as a number 10. I think he likes to have more of an option to float around. But then again, it's apart from that goal, he didn't play well either. So I can't. And then Sterling, you're asking, the experienced players step up the ones. They just hide with the rest as well. Like Thiago Silva, as great as he's been shit this year. He's been crap.
Yeah,
you can't say that.
You can't say that because the thing is about Silva, though, he might not be putting in the best performances, but he shouldn't be having to. He's 39, 40 years old.
The thing is, he doesn't. We should be now in a transition where we are starting to phase out Thiago Silva when he plays your game, and you're building a centre-back partnership, right?
Of course.
You should be doing that. No matter what you think of Disasi, I think he's over-criticised. Is he the best? No. Badashili's only come back in. But you've had Colwell there all season, right? Why don't you play Colwell there in the centre-back, and you have Cucurella, whatever you think about him, maybe move him on in the summer and get another left-back, or you could have kept a Lewis Hall or something, but we know what Lewis Hall was told.
Play Maatsen at left back. He's playing
He doesn't want to play Maatsen. Maatsen has played more at left back than Colwell's ever played at left back, but he refuses to play him as a left back. He came on against Brighton and played him as a right wing back to stop Matoma. He never plays him as a. That's what I'm saying.
That's why he has to take some of the blame, doesn't he, Poch?
He does.
Yeah.
And then he comes out yesterday. He did Potter quotes yesterday. The lads gave their all. The lads gave their all, and I'm not for them publicly coming out and throwing players under the bus. But don't insult the fans' intelligence who went there. They didn't give their all. If they gave their all, we wouldn't have allowed Manchester United to roam through us I mean, you should have been 4 or 5-0 up at half time.
I didn't watch the game, but you know how funny it is talking to Chelsea fans and seeing the reaction that Robert Sanchez was one of your worst players, despite the fact he saved the pen. How bad do you have to be for that penalty miss to be outweighed that much to be one of your worst
Tom,
players?
he gave away the ball. I'm not joking, Tom.
The pen was
away
that
the ball
crap.
5 or 6 times. He gave away the ball 5 or 6 times in that game. He kicked it. He's supposed to be good with his feet, right? A good passer, yeah? Right? That's another... He gave away the ball 5 or 6 times. And I think I'm conspiracy theory just to get his save stats up, to make him look good on SofaScore or whatever it is.
Honestly, and also the pen was that crap that honestly I could have saved that pen.
I've seen harder passbacks. I've seen harder passbacks than that pen.
So the penalty save doesn't really, literally, the penalty save is really inconsequential because it wasn't a good save. It was a really poor miss. That's what it was.
Yeah. It was an easy save. That was the penalty save was his easiest save of the night.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
and let me just say one thing. Just
when does the narrative change on Poch, by the way? When do we finally understand that the idea that Pochettino was this elite talent development coach finally,
I think that's a fallacy, okay?
He's never been that.
That's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. I think that's a fallacy. I think the only one that's worked, been successful, is Harry Kane. Right?
But even then, I could argue some shit.
He stumbled across him because Soldado was crap. Okay? Soldado was crap and Harry Kane came in. The Dele Alli thing, we've all heard what's happened with Dele Alli and stuff like that and why he fell off. And he even attributes maybe Poch's training. But even like Poch's training, we get so many injuries in training, not even in games. Our injuries happen in training. What is going on with training?
But also,
these guys getting injured?
Also, it's not really about development of players. It's about winning.
Yes, exactly.
And he's not done that. You know what I mean? He's not done that where he's been. He's not an elite level coach, and he's been put in charge, not of elite level squad, elite level money players. And I think it's a huge risk. You know, I think it's absolutely. And just one last thing on this, by the way, for me, my final point on the Chelsea board and owners not having a clue about football. And I say this a lot every time I speak about Chelsea, so some people might have heard it. But the fact that they have not got an elite level goalkeeper and an elite level striker. Now, if they want to go with the youth project, which I disagree with, but they say we're going to go with the youth project, defense to attack. But where we're not going to mess around is goalkeeper and striker. We're going to get Osimhen and we're going to get Courtois, Donnarumma, All Black, Magnan, someone like that. We're going to get the best of the best in those positions. And then in between, we're going to go youth. I go, okay, I don't fully agree with it, but okay. Yeah. The fact they got Robert Sanchez, who is a mid-level Premier League goalkeeper, in my opinion.
He was Brighton's third choice.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got Nicholas Jackson up top. Tells me that you don't know anything about football because they are the two most important places on the pitch.
I agree. I mean,
Andrew, sorry to interrupt, just to pile on a bit more and even make it even worse for you. Here's the thing. The reason why KJ's question is a good question, but I was more thinking what KJ's asked probably for the last week or so, right? Because you can see the positive signs there. After watching yesterday's game, this is what I thought. Man United's top goal scorer is Scott McTominay. Rashford ain't scoring goals. Højlund ain't scoring goals. Anthony ain't scoring goals. They have Lisandro out. They got Casemiro out. The manager is beefing Sancho. He's beefing Varane. And they're still above you in the league. And they still, in another day, let's be real, that game ends 4-1, 5-1, which is absolutely mad. And now, the reason why I'm switching more to LB's side of things, which is okay, maybe there are a couple of exciting youngsters and shit, but I don't see the direction. The reason why I say that is now I'm just thinking okay, let's say 3 years from now. Let's ask the KJ question. So 3 years from now, who even survives from the current youngsters? You could say, Enzo based on talent level, maybe a Caicedo. The rest of them, I can't guarantee a single one is here 3 years from now. Yesterday, Jackson's shocking. Thiago Silva's is obviously one of the older ones. He's not good enough. But the rest of the defenders as well, shocking performances yesterday. So it's sometimes I sit back and I go who even is gonna survive from these guys?
Well, you'll like this, what I'm about to say right now. But Reece James was hopeless yesterday. Absolutely hopeless yesterday. My thing is this. I think Reece James, he doesn't show it, but I think he's got a massive ego at this club. And it's been further built up by giving him the captaincy. Which when I said to you, what did I say to you when he got the captaincy? Who's third or fourth choice? Because they gave it to him and Chilwell, and they're both injury prone. Right?
Yes, you told me.
I said that to you, didn't I? I said that.
Your leadership group is the shittest leadership group going, by the way.
Yeah,
Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Conor Gallagher, and Levi Colwill.
You had the Colwill as captain with Thiago Silva right next to him.
That makes no sense. So the thing is, yesterday they tried to trot out that Reece. Oh yeah, he had a bit of a knee injury. Bullshit. He was dropped yesterday for what he did against Newcastle. Because if you know Reece James, everyone knows Reece James' injury history. If there was any slight inkling he had a knee injury, he wouldn't even be in that squad. All right? We all know his knee injury. We all know his injury list. But I'm telling you right now, I get Gusto fully fit, and I'm starting Gusto over Reece James all the time. Until
massive statements.
Because Reece James has to earn his way back in this team. Okay, you are now the face of the whatever Chelsea problem, whatever you want to put it. Because all the rest are gone now. Because I've got to be fair. I had the same thing for Mason. Same when I criticised Mason Mount for playing crap and stuff like that. So I have to be fair. Reece James has come back, and what? You know what I mean? You can't put him in conversations until he's played 3 games in a row. He hasn't played 3 games in a row for like 2 years. It's ridiculous.
Which is why I thought it was a weird decision to give him captaincy, bro. Because I thought like that
was a purely PR appointment right there.
Yeah,
purely PR appointment.
He's proper Chelsea. Gets it.
Yeah, he's proper Chelsea.
To be fair, of all the things the Bowley Group have done, that is the most like PR stupid thing they've done.
Totally.
Like that tells me like LB is right. I was like, you know what? That's an indication they don't know about football. Because your captain cannot be someone 100%. That can't play a game. You can't play.
Well, the thing is, KJ, it's like, why would you pick? First of all, then why would you then pick a guy who's injury prone as captain and a vice captain who's injury prone as well? I mean, what is the point?
Captain, you want to get
I've just realised. I've just realised. All 4 of the captains that I've seen you have are all English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why are they not giving it to a foreign player?
Well, the thing is this. Apparently, the rumor is Poch likes English speaking captains. That's why Poch likes English speaking captains.
Yeah, well, I've heard the rest of them speaking. Some of them speak English, even though they're foreign. Yeah, Silva speaks English now.
I say this: if they're speaking English, it's obviously not. No, it's obviously not translated.
It's obviously not working.
Yeah. And also, if you're gonna give it to a player in the team who's English and he speaks English and he's from, why are you not giving it to Sterling? He's the most experienced. He's the one that's actually won things. Why? I know he's not. I know his form is up and down, but he's shown to be a leader in the England camp. At Man City, he's helped carry teams. Why is he not captain?
Yeah, but he's not proper Chelsea. He's not proper Chelsea, KJ. He's not proper.
And flipping Chilwell is. How is Chilwell proper Chelsea, bruv? The man's from Leicester. What are we doing here, man?
Honestly, like I was saying, this leadership group they've got is the most mind-numbingly shit one they've got. Reece James barely ever plays. Ben Chilwell barely ever plays. They tried to sell Conor Gallagher in the summer, and they had to give Levi Colwill a massive bumper contract.
If this...
Who
did this and why?
Bell, you're such an asshole. You're the biggest asshole.
That weren't me. I did not commission this. I did not ask for this.
That's a masterpiece, man.
You know how bad Chilwell has to be to make Cucurella look good? You know how bad Chilwell has to be to make Cucurella look good? Like he's actually a decent left back.
If this leadership group had a flag associated with them, it'd be white because they just surrender all the time. It's just this is what basically. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like tap out. It's like that picture. It's the tap out.
You know what's funny though? And
speaking of KJ, because now I want to talk about your club since you have the microphone. Hey, because it's very fun to sit on Chelsea for the next half an hour. We've got to talk about United because some of your fan base had waved the white flag, and lo and behold, you're 3 points below Manchester City. Talk to the people, KJ.
And 5 points behind you, by the way. You make it out like you're like mad far away from us.
Whoa. Factually speaking, Factually speaking, can Manchester United overtake you by Sunday? Yes. Can they overtake me?
Yeah,
by
but
Sunday?
you've got the dreaded 12:30 kickoff. You know how you fear
That's
those
not
on
the
the
point.
weekends, you
Even
know
if
what
I
mean?
lose, I'm still above them. Still
They
above
can't
them.
overtake us. We've got a 19 goal difference. They've got
we
0.
we're
Yeah, well,
not
if United
overtaking
win
them.
10-0 and you lose
Yeah,
9-0.
factually speaking, they could win 10-0 and you lose 9-0. So,
Okay, put that on your golden
and
goals, Tom.
7 points. Thank you
Anyway.
very much. 4 points above you, Lewis. Go ahead, KJ.
By the way,
Anyway,
Bournemouth will give you a harder game than we did yesterday.
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Here's the thing. You know what's funny? Everything that Andrew was saying, if we had lost, I'll just be saying the exact same thing. Like, there's no real difference between what I would have said and what Andrew's been saying, because that's what's been happening for my team this entire season anyway. We played good. We were good. But you weren't, for me, it's still not good enough. Because the amount of times I'm watching this game and the amount of times we win the ball back and do not create a single meaningful chance from turnovers.
Man City finished the below Villa, mate. It's time to pack it in, get Pep gone. The below Unai Emery was one of the worst Arsenal managers.
Not below Villa. He just realized, Lewis. Sorry, KJ. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good, man. The lights are off in Manchester. But no, like even when we win the ball back high, the chance of us creating a meaningful chance or scoring is still low. We must have the worst percentage for turnovers not leading to goals. You know what I'm saying? It must be ridiculous because it's insane. And I was watching us play, and I was happy with bits of it and how we was on the ball and was moving the ball well at times. But then you have moments like Garnacho and Bruno running into each other 3 times in positions where you just need one of them to take control of the ball and drive with it. But no, you're trying to lips on the pitch. What are we doing here? What is going on? Why are you touching each other so much? Move away from each other. Are these flipping lovebirds? What the hell?
Why Bruno in
Honestly,
that position anyway? Isn't he supposed to be in the middle? Why is he on the left?
It's
The amount
He's
of
got
contact
he's got a free
that
reign. He's got a free reign in it. He's got a free reign.
It's actually
then-
insane. Like you need to get counter-attack practice. Just literally run
but why should
15,000
we? Because
counter-attacks
Ollie
per
Ball
training.
was with Ollie counter-attacks with our thing, bruv. Give me an Ollie counter-attack, and I'm sitting there like, you know what? 70% chance we score, 9% chance we have a shot on target. That's how confident I was in our counters back with Ollie. Fast forward 2 years now, we can't even formulate a counter-attack to save our lives. I don't know
You're
what's
probably
going
more
on.
worried about the counter off your counter now.
Yeah, literally. Because the way that we attack, we play with 2 8s. Okay, it annoys me. Every time we start a game, the graphic says 4-3-2-1. Little do they know, we never play 4-2-3-1. We play 4-3-3 with 2 number 8s who don't, and not just one number 8 going box to box and one staying a bit further forward. Both of them are pressing so high up the damn pitch. When we lose the ball in the final third, we have 1 midfielder and potentially 3 defenders. And that is it. Every single time. And then frustrating because Chelsea had their chances. Mudryk was able to turn and run at us. Jackson was able to turn and run at us.
That chance Mudryk had when the whole Onana's right side, Onana was never going to save that shot. And he dragged it wide, an open goal. He dragged it wide in the first half, Mudryk did. And then I know people are getting on Sterling for that pass. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't trust Jackson to finish a sentence, let alone a chance at this moment in time. Do you know what I mean? It's just
you can't even finish with an OnlyFans girl. Like, come on, that's what's happened.
It's got auto text. I know
but
that.
The thing is this. I see Junior like calling me out, saying I'm nitpicky and stuff like that, and moany and whatever. But this win isn't off the back of 5-6 good performances where I can be like, yeah, we're really building something here. This is an anomaly for the season, really and truly. This is an anomaly of the season where we haven't conceded more than 2 goals when we're leading.
KJ,
Like,
I don't know if you would agree with me,
Yeah.
KJ. If we'd have won, I'd be happy with 1, but it's not as if we beaten Man United in their pomp. Do you know what I mean? It would have been like a normal win. Because let's face it, right? Our teams past year or so, I've been beaten by lower placed teams regularly, right? We've been beaten. It's not as if like beating each other is going to do anything. I mean, it'd be more of the thing. If you'd have beaten Newcastle away the previous game, that would have been a huge game, a huge victory, right? Because you beat one of the best teams in the league. Either one of us here, if I'd have won, it would have been great, but I'm not going to bat it up because it's not the greatest United team ever. You know what I mean?
It's the way. The thing is the way that we're playing. It's a very frustrating way of playing. And now, if we were converting the turnovers that we get from the high press, I wouldn't complain. But we're not doing that, and then we're getting ran through. And smaller teams who are so-called lesser players have more structure and are better at playing football than we are, and that's where my frustration lies. So yes, it's a step in the right direction, Junior. I agree, but I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to the fact that this isn't good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not great football right now. We need, like, Ten Hag. I appreciate Ten Hag. I'm not Ten Hag out. I'm Ten Hag. You can fix this, and you better fix this, otherwise you're sacked. Like, that's the only thing. And we've had McTominay and Amrabat, or McTominay and Mainu, or McTominay and Casemiro for how long this season? And there's times where, especially yesterday at 2-1, we did not need McTominay on the pitch. What we needed was control. Keep Amrabat on, bring on Mainu, and just control that midfield, calm down the game, and we would have scored a third, I believe, because Chelsea were all over the place at that point. But
can I ask you a crazy question?
Huh?
Shall you start playing McTominay as striker? Dead ass, no.
Oh, listen, I said it last season. If you put McTominay where Weghorst was last season, and all the chances that Weghorst had, McTominay would have got like 5 to 6 goals, like easy. Because
that's what I'm saying. I'm not even bantering. As
finish.
things stand, the one thing he's good at is actually just making runs into the box and scoring. I'll tell you what the problem is from a balance perspective. Same way we criticized LB's team because they're only 3 points above you for balance. The problem is with your balance is Bruno and McTominay cannot coexist in the same midfield. That's my honest opinion. I think the midfield three should be Amrabat, Maino, Bruno, or Amrabat, Maino, McTominay. One of them needs to. Now, the only way they coexist is if you play McTominay striker. And to be fair, he's the only one who's been finishing chances. Like, so.
But it depends. Like, if you look at it though, like the way that he's scoring is not off the back of the defender; it's from late runs into the box. So that's where the argument is. He's not really a striker because he's taking advantage of a striker being there.
False nine.
But like Z says that take the positives, bro. You're focused on just negatives. If you wanted me to talk about positives, I can. The work rate was great. The work rate from everyone was fantastic. The way that the way that Anthony and Garnacho trapped back, the way that they were working was great. Maguire had a fantastic game. There's quite a few cutouts that he did.
Player of the month, bro.
Listen, I was so shocked that he got it, but fair play to him.
Do you know how funny it is for Ten Hag that the players he signed are the ones that are letting him down, and the players he wants to get rid of are the ones that have kept him in the job?
That's the awkward part.
Maguire, McTominay, you know,
Maguire, McTominay, and it's just like it's a madness. But there were good things that I saw, but like it's hard for me to take that in and feel like it's going to continue when it's literally one game. Now, if we go into Bournemouth and we play similarly, but we're a bit more solid in the midfield and not getting run through, then the confidence in myself will build, and I'll maybe not focus on the negatives so much. But until that moment happens, until those games happen, I can only sit there for the match reaction and be happy because I know the next game potentially we're going back into the moment where we get all up. And I don't mind challenge. I like challenge. That's why I like coming on these shows, because I don't mind discussing football and being corrected and seeing a different point of view. But it's just Ten Hag is being stubborn. He's not making the changes that could enhance the team, and it will get him in trouble. But do I believe he could correct it? Yes, because I think he's a talented manager. I know LB thinks he's overrated, but no, okay, maybe.
No. I agree. I don't think he's a good manager at all, man.
Oh.
I think he's a.
Hold on, I don't think he's overrated. I just don't think he's good at all.
KJ thought we had some character growth then.
Yo, LB's having
LB.
What?
What happens if Ten Hag overtakes Pep? what happens if Man United are above Man City at some point? Does then Ten Hag take the crown?
Talk to me on match day 38. Talk to me on match day 38, bro. I'll be here. I'll be here, ready to take your question
This
on
guy.
match day 38.
Oh,
This
my
Tom
God.
guy.
No, but I won't be in match day 38 because we've got Wolves last day, so we'll probably be in a title race and then we'll fucking lose it. So I won't be here. I'll be drowning my sorrows again.
And speaking of the
I'll have to
title
answer the
race,
question on my terms.
speaking of the title race, kind of final game for us to speak on.
Excuse me, Chelsea are shit.
Why leave Andrew alone, man? He's not
No,
deserved this.
if that no, I'm fine. If it's Velv, I know it's Velvet though. If it's Velvet, whoever it is, I'm absolutely fine, man.
It is 100% Vel. It's 100% Vel, the fraud.
It's
I've
Velv.
seen
I asked him to do. Fair game. I said, do whatever you want. It's all good, man. It's all
Yeah,
good.
today
I've seen
Vel
worse.
was
I've seen
honestly
Hamza.
gonna
I've
do
seen
that.
Hamza's pictures are worse. No, but the way they did Hamza.
Hamza's
Oh,
been
yeah.
getting cooked nicely. I love it, man. Love it.
The video where he was singing the Shakira, I'm gonna play that on my later on show as well. So
All right, bro. Like, how can you sing a song and be out of tune and out of time when the song is playing?
and then Luton end up losing as well.
Hamza, man, love it. Don't change. Never change, Hamza. We need people like
Never
you. We
change,
need you.
never. Anyway, listen, final segment. The Liverpool game before we wrap up things up. Big up to Ryan, says, hurt me to say it, but congratulations to Arsenal for winning the title. We are nowhere near good enough. Get Darwin Núñez out of my club expeditiously.
Hold
Ryan.
on, let me just try real
You know-
quick.
you know-
Are we still Dominic Sabozo? Is he still crap? Are we still dropping him? Are we still doing that, Ryan?
Oh my days. 1 second.
Do you know what this
That's-
guy
that's
once
what-
said?
tell me.
You know what this guy once said on a stream I was on? He'd take
Right.
Lukaku at right wing over Mo Salah. This guy said. He said.
but
he
here's
said
the
this.
thing. Let me explain something to you about Ryan. He made a public apology. He fully came and he's like, Hussam, I was influenced badly by Flawless and all the jealous
That's bullshit.
Chelsea fans.
That's bullshit.
And they
That
were
is
like, you
bullshit.
know what? Mo Salah's actually one of the best, and he's actually a playmaker. I'm like, oh, fine.
He also
No.
rates-
I can understand
He also
being
rates
influenced to
Hudson-Odoi.
potentially say, Hazard is better than him. Or, God forbid, Saka's on that level. Lukaku on the wing.
At right wing. At right wing, yeah.
Oh, wait, Lukaku right wing for United was cooking before he left. Just gonna let you know.
What's a polar bear doing in Arkansas, Texas? What's he doing there? Why is he on the right?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a
Did
great.
you say
Lukaku
Arkansas,
trying to side
Texas?
up a fullback?
Did you just say Arthur, Texas? What's Arthur,
Did you
Texas?
say Arkansas,
So
Texas?
Arkansas.
Arkansas,
What's a polar
Texas.
bear doing in
Arkansas is a
Texas?
state. Arlington, not Arkansas. Yeah, it's
What's
in
the
Arkansas.
polar- Why is Lukaku on the right wing? What's he going to do when he sides up a fullback?
No, honestly,
Yeah, I
honestly,
know what he's doing.
when he was on the right wing before he left with Ollie's finals, meeting, for
This
his final
KJ
season,
guy, let it go, KJ. The
he
Lukaku
was
thing.
actually doing something. He was doing
Let it
something.
go, the Lukaku thing.
No. Tom said, "What is he going to do on the right wing?" I'm just saying he was doing stuff on the right wing, not Mo Salah level, but he was scoring goals and getting assists.
Yes. And speaking of doing stuff on the wing, we're about to address it now. Big up to you, Ryan. We're going to talk about Núñez. Big up to Mr. Link who says, big ups. You never Kalun. Liverpool in 36. Liverpool in 36? What do you mean Liverpool? Oh, like win the league in 36.
Win the
No.
title by the 36 game.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Link. Hey, I hope you're right, my brother. Anyway, big up Mr. Link. Big up Gary, Ed, JJ, Ash, Ozan, and Ryan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. There's 500 and something people in here. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing. The like target was set at 300, 400 likes. So keep liking the video. Keep subscribing. It's just the final segment before we just end the stream and let it go. Liverpool, Sheffield. We're going to start with our Liverpool representative, Tom Little. Talk to the people, brother. What are you telling me on Liverpool, Sheffield?
Everyone else got dead lovely introductions to their section. I got a fucking backhanded sort of, ooh.
I was just backhanded. I just said, let's go to the Liverpool representative.
No, it was fine. We haven't
Right.
played well for a while, but we're getting wins. That's all that matters. Trent got his arse out and got an assist, so I think that put the Reece debate to bed. Salah needs to stop chasing this record because it will come at United. Don't worry. Just stop fucking over some of our attacks.
What record? What record is this?
200 goals in England.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to get that this season. It's not,
Yeah, he's on 199.
Of course, he's the owner right there. Come on,
He
man.
just needs one more, but he's just rushing everything. He needs to take a step back and just let it come naturally. I thought that this was the wrong game to try Gakpo up front. I think this was the game for Nunes up front or Nunes on the wing, whatever one. We just needed Nunes in the attack because he pushes back defences. McAllister had a decent game until he got injured. Szoboszlai had a good game. But Tardy actually gave us some control, which might lead us to starting a bit more often, which I'm not against. If it gives us control, it gives us control. Virgil van Dijk is back to his absolute best. Probably just slightly below that, but honest to God, this is as close as I've seen him since the injury to being back at his peak. He's a menace. I thought Kanate on the ball, awful. Off the ball, exceptional. I think he won 20 duels, 14 out of 14 in the air. Nothing got past him. We're getting the job done. That's all that matters. And a clean sheet's massive for us. A clean sheet is massive for us with Kelleher in goal. Nunes is still going to be divisive. He missed a one-on-one. Probably should have scored that. And then Endo was good, yeah. Immense probably isn't the word I'd use because I don't think anyone was immense. I think they were all just
the level of disrespect. Van Dijk was immense. Trent was immense, and Endo was immense. Have some change.
Van Dijk was immense. I'm not saying Trent. I don't think Trent was immense.
Trent was immense. What's wrong with what game were you watching?
I thought Trent was
good. Name the clear-cut chance that Nunes missed. Who created it?
Trent.
Can you use immense against a team? Can you use the word immense against a team that got packed 5-0 by Burnley at the weekend?
Like it's very hard for me to say.
But they have Chris Wilder now.
Just because I haven't said Endo was, immense.
But
I think he had a bad game.
Endo. Like
he was the best midfielder.
This is Wataru Endo. It comes with an expectation level. So when he has a game like this, I don't know.
I
thought Endo had a good game. Honestly, he was probably the best midfielder, but I use immense for the best of the best performances, and that's why I've inevitably gave this Van Dijk. But he was up against fucking. Who's
a professional performance. Professional performance.
We just went there and got the job done. Nunes is going to be divisive. He should have scored the one-on-one, but then the second goal only comes because of what he does. It's just part of the fucking circus that is Darwin Nunes. We've just got to accept
Tom,
that. I know we'd love to score more.
That's been ignored. I want to ask you about a guy that
Diaz.
No, one second before I do that, big up Lee, who's in the car with a Jordanian. He says, for Sam, I have a cousin from Jordan in my car. Please say hi to Abdullah. Tahiyati lak Abdullah, hi. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're good. Thank you, Lee, for the super chat. Shout out to Abdullah in Lee's car. I hope you guys are not doing any madness. Don't get pulled over to send the super chat. Big up to you, Lee. The question I do want to ask Tom is, yes, you are correct. Luis Diaz, for me, he's from Jordan. Big up, Lee.
Luis Diaz on the bench. Diaz can go on the bench next game. He's not by far the worst forward. He's out of form. He's not by far the worst forward. He's out of form massively, but
has he been worse than Nunez?
Yeah.
Has he been worse than Jota?
Yeah.
Don't even dare, please.
No, I'm just thinking about when Jota was on the left.
Do you have to cut Diaz a little bit of slack? What he's just gone through.
Diaz,
I'm just saying.
With Diaz, the thing is, I just
do you know what I mean?
What he used
Thank you, Andrew. I'm the
asshole
now. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. What you done for the first 6 months?
Anyway. What is it?
What he done for the first 6 months that he joined us, he's not doing now for whatever reason.
He isn't.
Yeah.
Whether it's instructions or whether it's confidence or whatever, he's been the worst attacker this season, but it's not by a long shot because I don't think he's been as awful as people make out. He's just not been the best. It doesn't help that the right-hand side has a perfect dynamic. The right-hand side has it all figured out. The left-hand side, no one knows what the fuck they're doing that side because it's a different midfielder every game.
Did you see when Gomez was overlapping yesterday? It was some of the worst things I've seen in my life.
I watched Joe Gomez try and put a cross in on his left foot.
And it was the worst thing I've seen ever.
He booted the ground before the ball. Like, I can understand why that left side struggles a little bit more than the right side.
That's why we need Tsimikas. That's why you need to put some respect on Tsimikas' name. You big, massive fraud.
No, it's why we need Robertson, mate.
Tsimikas a day in your life. That's why you need to respect.
It's why we need Robertson, mate. But Diaz just needs to figure it out. I think the best thing for Diaz is to commit to either just going touchline winger or central. He can't do both. I thought
I'll be honest with you. Given the choice, I'd tell Diaz tomorrow. If I can still make 50 million off of him, I'd sell him. I don't think we could.
Really?
I don't think we could make a penny off of him more. Diaz is just not a Liverpool style forward, and he's now 26, 27. You cannot teach decision making at 26, 27. We've been saying it about Rashford for the last 5 years. We've been saying it about every winger who never makes it to the elite level. Decision making is their problem. Diaz dribbles when he needs to shoot when he needs to dribble, crosses when he needs to passes when he needs to cross. The decision making just ain't there. And you know, the last international break when he scored 2 headers against Brazil, I'm like, hello, Luis Diaz. Here we go. Finally, he's gonna wake up, you know. And then he just never woke up.
So who would you realistically replace him with?
Oh, there we go. What's you'll say Rafael Leao or Vinicius or who else? Who else does he normally say?
No, that's why I said realistic.
Players that we're just not gonna fucking get.
Yeah, realistically, who would you replace him with?
Kylian Mbappe.
Yes, I said realistically, man. This guy.
Kylian, let's go, Kylian. I'm gonna make that phone call, Habibi.
Do you not feel like in world football right now, there's an issue in every department, including managers, of who is the next thing that's going to be elite level?
Yes.
You know, because we talk about sacking Ten Hag, and people are like, oh, who do you want? And it's like, crap. I don't know what the hell do we go for.
They're either
sell Rashford. Cool.
Yeah.
Who the hell we get to replace him?
It's like, because I'm like with the realistically with the goalies, right? And I'd pay whatever for a goalkeeper because I think they're that important. So I would go to Magnon, but he's got injury issues. I would go for take out Diogo Costa, but I think there's question marks over
He's
him.
a bozo. Diogo Costa.
That's what I mean.
Whoever the fuck buys Diogo Costa has been ripped off.
Right.
Liverpool played against him twice, and he made 5 headers leading to goals in 2 games.
Yeah. Well, I saw him in the
I
World
think
Cup.
he's the next Ederson. He'd be perfect in a City system.
Right.
That's actually offensive to Ederson. At least Ederson can make some
No,
saves.
that's not. Ederson ain't that good of a shot stopper anyway. Has to shame.
But you see, I think
LB is just looking at you like, okay.
The lights are
I
going
think
off in a
LB's
minute.
zoned out. LB's zoned out since that Bailey goal. It's been difficult.
we know he hasn't done that yet, so we know he's not really interested in the conversation.
The same guy. Big up to Honesty, who says LFC fans love their Darwin agenda, but no one's mentioning Cody Gakpo. And Gakpo's my fellow black Dutch brother, but he has been mid as fuck. I'll be honest with you. You know the last 2 match reaction. Let me just say, first of all, Tom, stop leaning back like this is 2006. Relax. You get me? Big up to you. You probably don't understand that reference because you were born in 2007. But here's the thing, Honesty, my brother. You know what? I've been fair in my last 2 match reactions. I called out Nunez, Diaz, Gakpo, and Jota, all 4. Yeah. Every single one of them needs to step the fuck up. If we are to win this league title, I'm going to need all 4 of them to start performing like they're expected to do. When you look at their statistics, it's pathetic. Diaz, 2 goals in the league. Gakpo, 2 goals in the league. Jota, 4 goals. Nunez, 4 goals. You're like, step up, bro. All 4 of you. Like, if Nunez was on 6, 7 goals, Jota was on 5, 6 goals, Gakpo was on 4, 5 goals, Diaz was on 4, 5 goals, we'd actually be top of the league right now. Just right there. And this is the problem. They just haven't been performing. Salah's actually been our only performing forward.
Nunez is the one that needs to perform. I think he'd be a little bit too harsh on Jota with 4 goals, but Nunez is the one. He was the one that was brought in for big money.
Got less goals than Jackson.
Yeah, you shot out the big cash on him, and he's not delivering on a consistent basis, and that's a serious problem. Because what do you do now? You spend the big money on him,
especially now, especially when Liverpool are playing. Like you said,
we sell Diaz and buy Mbappe. That's what we do.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You can tell a player is not living up to his potential or his price tag when you hear things like, you know what, he's Captain Chaos. He's been brought in to cause havoc. I've never heard of any player ever be brought in to cause chaos in the opposition box. If that's the case, put my nan. She will definitely cause chaos in the box because they'll be wondering what the hell she's doing there.
It's like that. When you've ever seen that NBA Reddit post where he said, "Would it be illegal for LeBron and Kyrie to start kissing to confuse the opposition, and then we get an open 3?" Is that just like how we treat our attackers? They cause enough chaos to confuse them, and it leaves it open. Like I think with Nunez, the Captain Chaos stuff, I think is a bit harsh. I think Nunez is actually a good forward.
No, Tom, you're saying that because you were the leader of the Captain Chaos shit, bro. That's why, bro.
I find it funny, but I look at this season. He's played 14 games in the Prem, but like a lot of them off the bench. He's got 4 goals, 5 assists. He just looks fucking gangly, and he misses some chances.
No,
But
it's not Mr.
I
Son.
have to
It's the
accept that.
quality. It's the same beef I had with Firmino.
No, he's not missed some chances. He's missed 14 big chances, factually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
Haaland
same
missed
beef I had with
17 big
Firmino.
chances but has 14 goals. That's a normal ratio. You can't have 14 big chances missed and have 4 goals. That's an abnormal ratio.
Yeah.
Like the same beef I had with Firmino. It's not that they're missing chances. It's that he went through a period where the quality of chances where he were missing was ridiculous. 1v1s, open nets, tap-ins. These are the things that as a striker, you expect to have at least a good ratio of conversion, right? Now we look at Jackson. We're getting onto him for doing the same thing. You look at Højlund in the Premier League. Well, he's not really getting chances, but when he does, he's not scoring them. We're getting onto him. We're getting onto all these players for not scoring the opportunities. Jesus, same thing. They get onto them. But apparently Nunes is delivering because what? He runs, he works hard and he runs
He's
well.
got a man bun.
He gets into the right positions. Bro, you need to flip and score, bro. Like,
facts,
I mean,
man.
look, he misses. I'm not going to argue that he doesn't miss chances. And is it fucking annoying? Oh my god, is it annoying at points? But this idea that
Yesterday,
he's
it pissed me off because it would have killed the game, as an example.
yeah, but then while I agree, and he should have scored that, I then sort of sit there and go, "Fucking hell, he did also create the goal that killed the game off."
No, but that's not the point, Tom. Had Nunes just scored the goal in the 80th minute, it would have been game, set, and match, and would have just passed the ball around for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I get that, and I know
That's
it's
why
annoying,
it matters.
but
to an extent.
I look at Nunes this season, and I think the narrative around what Nunes is supposed to be has to change because he's not what we think he was going to be. Darwin Nunes this season has 7 goals and 7 assists in 1,000 minutes. That's a very good ratio. That is like a goal or assist every 60 odd minutes. That I'm very fucking happy with that. We just thought we were going to get this 25-30 goal a season striker. He's never going to be that, but maybe he is this 15 to 20 goal a season, 15 to 20 assister. And if we get that, I'm fine with that because we've shown in the past we can work with that. If you've got Salah firing, the issue is when Nunes is doing what he does, we go, okay, you got Salah, you need your left wings to score. The issue is Jota is off. Jota is the only one on our back to do that consistently. He's not there. Diaz doesn't do it consistently.
Diaz has been our worst forward by far.
Gakpo, I simply haven't. I think Gakpo could potentially do it, but I just haven't seen enough of him out there. I'm a big fan of Cody Gakpo, but we need to figure it out. I've been someone who was saying that maybe it's time to go back to what we done last year at points and go Nunes on the left, Gakpo in the middle, Salah on the right. Just while Jota's out injured, see if that can do something. But Nunes is doing enough for me in terms of is it a great? Do I sit there? Do you know how bad it is? I didn't have any confidence he was finishing that one-on-one yesterday. He went through one-on-one. I was like, oh. And I knew he was missing. But whilst we're still getting wins and whilst he's still contributing to those wins, it's passable. The issue will come when we're not winning and he's directly contributing to the not wins. That's the issue.
If you guys miss out on the league, you have to look at him.
Oh, yeah. We have to look at all the attackers.
That's what happened, though, isn't it? Against Luton Town. You drew that.
Yeah, that's about to say that. Yeah, it cost you against Luton.
Yeah, but again...
Yeah, when it costs us
Luton
points,
thing.
it's more looked at. And let me just read the super chat here from Mike. He says, when Gakpo was in the 9, the attack was dead. Opposite with Nunes. Whether he misses shots, he creates space and chances for others. Need him. Simple as. You know why, Mike? I feel like
this wasn't the game for
something I said on the watch along. 1 second. Anytime Nunes plays my chat. Okay, this is what happens in my chat every time. Deadass, you can go check the live chat. Yesterday, Nunes, Gakpo started. They're like, bring on Nunes. The week before Nunes started. They're like, bring on Gakpo. The week before Diaz started. They're like, bring on Jota. Every week, it's the same shit. You always think that the guy on the bench is going to perform better than the guy that's on the pitch. The problem is all 4 that have been on the pitch have not stepped up to the levels. The only guy that I can hand on heart say has been very, very, very good this season, one of the best players in the world, is Mo Salah out of the forward line. The rest of them, not a single one of them has been consistent enough for me to defend fully. Now, I don't think Nunes has been the worst. Actually, I think Nunes has been the best of a bad bunch. The problem is it's a bad bunch because I think Diaz has been fucking awful this season. I think Jota's been hit and miss this season. Gakpo, for me, has not stepped up, and also the same with Nunes himself. But he's just been the best of a bad bunch. So that's the issue for me. So all 4 of them.
The issue I have with the Luton game, because I know that's the one that people bring on to. Nunes missed a chance, big chance he should have scored. Salah also missed that chance because that was never a pass. Gakpo also missed an absolute. Gakpo also missed it. Right, okay. Gakpo also missed an
Salah
absolute
missed the
field-edge
chance. Here we go.
So you want me to question?
Salah's
Okay,
got 10 goals. He can miss a chance.
am I going mad or did I not say Gakpo also missed a chance? Jota
But
also missed a good chance. Diaz
thing
also
is-
missed a
Never
good
mentioned Mo
chance.
Salah in a
All
negative
of
light
them
ever in
missed,
your life.
but we only focus on Nunes. If we don't win the league this year, Nunes will have to be looked at. Jota will have
Yes.
to be looked at. Diaz will have
Yes.
to be looked at. Gakpo will have to be looked at. Maybe even he probably won't have to, but should it get to that point, maybe even Sal will have to be looked at as to some of the chances that
look
were
at
missed.
this
I don't think
I'm
it's.
just
I
being
don't.
fair.
I think what it is that I think some of your fan base are so easily forgiving of Darwin Núñez in this
Because
when he
there's
misses, but others like Gakpo, Jota. I mean, Jota gets some hellacious stick from your fan base I've seen sometimes, but he's actually probably sometimes more clinical than.
He's been, Jota's been clutch for you, man.
Why are you
Like, he
pointing
has.
at me? I like Jota, you fucking fraud.
Don't act like you weren't one of the ones
This
who
guy
said he
is
should
pointing
start
at
me
me.
in
I
City 2
like
years ago.
Jota. Every time Jota's been fit, I'm like, start Jota. This guy is such a liar.
I remember back to when we played City in the 21-22 season at the Etihad, and before the game,
Oh
Sam was
my God,
going,
look at how
we need
far-
Firmino,
You know how far
we need
back you're going?
Firmino, we need
Let me tell you how
Firmino,
far
we
back
need his
you're
link
going.
up.
Mane moved to Bayern, played there a whole year, and now plays for a Nasser, and you're still talking about that season. That's how long you know that.
Because I'm one of
Factually
the only
speaking,
ones.
One
I'm
second,
one of the
one
only ones
second,
who's
I'm
fully
gonna
back
dunk on your
Jota.
head top right now. Listen here, Tom, you're 5'3". I'm 6'1". I'm gonna dunk on you right now. Here's the thing. Sadio Mane, factually speaking, is a better footballer than Diogo Jota. When we went away to the Etihad, I wanted us to have more control. Jota kept losing the ball every single 30 seconds in that game. Jota had an absolute stinker away at the Etihad in the quadruple charge season. So I wanted us to start because Diaz was on smoke when he first signed him from Porto. This guy was doing all the Jogo Bonito shit, controlling the ball with his weak foot heel and shit, and doing all this Neymar crap. And now he forgot how to dribble, he forgot how to pass, he forgot how to shoot. Are you trying to play like what? Are you trying to play some drum?
Who
musical
scored in that
instrument?
game? Who scored in that game at the Etihad?
Oh, so we're just going by who scored. Is that the basis?
Who scored the first goal
Is
in
that
that
the
game at the
basis
Etihad?
now?
Who scored
that
the
the
first goal in
basis
that game at the Etihad? Who scored the
Is
first goal in
that
the
the
game?
basis now? Who scored? That's it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let me
hold
ask the
you
panel.
accountable.
KJ. What is an attacker's job? What is an attacker's job? Is it to score goals?
AJ, don't get involved in the civil war.
Please do this
KJ.
on
Don't worry, I'm
Islamic
coming to you
Islamic
again. I'm coming to you in a minute, Andrew. What is an
Tom, can you
attacker's
please
job
do
on a
this
football
on
pitch?
Islamic Islamic?
What
Tom,
is an
can you please
attacker?
do this on Islamic Islamic?
What is an attacker's job on a football pitch?
I want to see
Please
where
do
I want to see where this
right
goes.
now.
Attacker's job is to either score goals or create assists. Those are the two things they do.
Yes.
Andrew, what is an attacker's job on a football pitch?
I refuse to comment because I want to see you argue more. So
No, but no one disagrees with that.
LB, what's an attacker's job on a football
I know what
pitch?
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Tom, I just muted you because you keep interrupting me. Stop being an asshole.
LB, what's an attacker's job on
I
a football
said
pitch?
specifically for the Etihad away game. Specifically for Etihad away. Don't be an asshole. You know I said it. Don't lie. I'm one of Jota's biggest fans. Look at this fucking fraud.
Yeah,
How are you
Tom,
making up shit?
Tom,
Anyway,
Tom, start arguing the host, man. Let the man host.
What are you
Yeah,
even arguing
anyway,
about,
let me
man?
see-
I don't even know what you're arguing about.
let
Me.
me talk about okay?
What are you even
Let me
talking
just
about?
ask,
These
just
two?
read the super chat right here, and me and
They're
Tom
the
will
team.
argue.
They're the team that are in form out of all of our teams here.
Yeah.
And this is the most heated
Crazy.
argument on the stream so
Tom
far.
likes to stab me in the back with a knife with poison on it. If Darwin is shit and the rest is better, expect more of the rest. And Darwin got 15 GA, same as Man United front line. Man United front line is the measuring stick.
But that's not a boast. That's not a
Because
boast.
Endo got more GA.
It's not a
Endo,
boast.
So bad.
Endo got more GA. La Pantera, Darwin, and La Casa. Listen, I've already said it. Out of the bad bunch, Darwin has been the best. That is also not a good measuring stick because all four of them need to step up.
Nunes been bad. He's
But-
just missed chances, which is annoying. But he's
Tom,
not been bad
Tom.
overall.
Tom,
Come on.
it's like 1 hour and 30 minutes. Can I just ask the other guests one question before we end? Is that okay with you? Thank you.
Why
my
did I
brother.
pressure that much? I don't even want to talk anymore. It's fine.
No, because we always argue on Osam X Tomlinson and I teach you football every single time.
That's how my
Every
right
single
wing back
fucking word
presses,
I made.
man. That's how he presses.
Ladies and
the right wing
gentlemen, Tom Little last week said that if we want to win the league, we need to sign Andre Onana from Everton. Do you
That's not
understand
even
how
the player's
delusional
name.
this human being is?
That's not even the player's fucking name, Hassam Amadou.
Yeah.
Tomato.
I don't want United's goalkeeper playing DM, do I?
Well, to be fair,
Don't
he'd probably
get
be a
up
better
to
DM than he would be a
please,
goalkeeper.
For the
I'll say
love
that.
of God.
Why would they pay Everton to buy United's goalkeeper to play DM?
So KJ, LB, and Winter Surfer.
Mm.
Who you think has a bigger chance of winning the league, Liverpool or Arsenal? And why? Just in 30 seconds before we wrap up. Let's start with KJ and work our way through.
I have to say Arsenal because I think they win the league. I think they've got a squad that is complete. Well, not fully. Well, more complete than most teams. I feel like they've been together for a long enough time to fully understand each other, and I feel like the way that they're defending right now, and their midfield, the way that they're defending and the way that they can attack, I think is very sustainable for the rest of the season. So yeah, I think they'll go forward and win the league.
LB?
I would say Manchester City will win the league.
That's not the question. That's not the question. Not the question.
What's the question, bro?
Who's more likely to
Arsenal.
win it if it were out of Liverpool and Arsenal? Because you told me you're one of the guys who kind of keeps changing his opinion. Where do you go with it right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's close. I can't split you guys. I just think Arsenal are getting a tad lucky at the moment. I think as the season goes on, luck will even itself out and they'll start dropping some points. But I don't know, man. I think it's very close. I struggle to separate you.
So you're just gonna sit on the fence? Give me a club right now.
Liverpool if you sign a DM. Can I say that? Is that okay?
You can, because you could have said Arsenal if they sign a striker. So I'm gonna let you have that one. Andrew, same question.
I'm just going to go for Arsenal at the moment, but I think the January transfer window is so important for both clubs. If you get a DM and another centre back, I think, like, obviously good players, obviously that has to count being here as well, but I think that helps you a lot more. No, not Onana. Even the goalkeeper, I wouldn't sign Onana for midfield. So, but your forwards need to step up though, because I put you in a tight race because for me on paper you've got the best options in attack overall.
Yeah,
on paper. So, but they're not stepping up. You know, and you can't have Mo Salah can't do it. Mo Salah can't do it all the time. You know what I mean? It's like
he can. You know, if Nunez just scored the clear-cut goal-scoring opportunity Salah created for him alone, Salah will be on like 10 goals, 10 assists, no cap.
Oh yeah.
Question here for KJ: will Man United ever replace Carrick? Because in my opinion, you guys haven't replaced him with a quality DM.
Carrick is a player that's so hard to replace because of the quality that he had. So if we may do one day. Like I'm never gonna say that we can never replace a player because footballers come around in circles, right? Football's a cycle, so we might do one day. It'll be very hard to. Right now, all I say is right now the closest player we have to potentially being a calming presence in that midfield is Kobe Mainoo, and I believe he's the truth. And I hope we don't ruin him like we do with all of our talent. So yeah.
There we go. You know, I'm so gonna get on to Terry on Straight Facts tomorrow, inshallah, because your fan base was calling him a freak of nature. I can't wait to unpack that statement right there. But anyway, I'm gonna let it go for now. I'm gonna let it go for the benefit of us ending the stream.
No, but I understand where United fans are coming from. They've had to watch McTominay. They've had to watch McTominay. They've had to watch Matt.
It's kind of what we went through when we first watched SummerSlam after having Anderson. So
it's not even that. When Stefan Bajcetic went into DM last year, that was what it felt like. Oh my God, we've got a DM. Oh my God, he's brilliant.
You know what? That's actually a fair comparison. That's fair. You know what? I'm going to let KJ be excited. Listen, big up Mike. Big up Honesty Orsensia. Big up Mr. Link, Ryan, Gary, Ed, JJ Ash, and Ozan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing. We're literally 10 likes away from 300 likes, which was our target. There's still 520 people in here, even at the end. This has been an absolutely incredible show. A bit long as well, so I appreciate all the panelists for staying on. You know, no one made
just noticed Winter Surfer's name.
Sorry?
I really just noticed Andrew's name.
What's up now? Anyway, we're going to go around. By the way, all the channels are in the description, but we're just going to go around the lovely panel. They can let you know where you can find them, any future plans they have lined up. Tom Little, when's your next stream? 3 weeks from now?
Your guess is as good as mine, mate.
Hey, leave Sarcasm City's right wing back alone, okay?
Where can people find you?
Some other one on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. The words, mate. The works.
The works. Big up to you, my brother. KJ, thanks so much for joining me again on This Is Football. Where can people find you?
The Football Terrace. Go there, follow, subscribe. We are on the hunt to 400k. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to the Football Terrace. That's where you'll see all of these guys anyway. So yeah, if you want more of these guys, come to the Football Terrace.
Big up to you. LB, 2 streams in a row. You survived the Hussam Gegenpress.
I know,
where can
man.
people find you?
I'm press resistant, man.
Yo, yeah, 7 lights off 3 times.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm not. I got caught out of possession once or twice. Yeah, man, it's LB. We're trying to get to 10,500 subs, man. We're about 30 subs off. So if you're not sub up. But yeah, big up to the chat, big up to the panel, man. Been a good show.
Big up, my brother. And finally, of course, last but not least. Well, like Andrew, watch out now. Where can people find you?
Casually FC, close to 3K. Also on Sarcasm City TV and Sarcasm City Gaming. We're trying to get out of Division 2 on pro clubs, and we just can't do it at this moment in time. Or we'll be doing some GTA stuff and that. But on Sarcasm City, all the panel shows on there, stuff like that. Try and get Flawless to 9K as soon as possible. But more importantly, like this video, share it, or you're a freeloading bozo, and subscribe, please. Thank you very much.
Fact. And speaking of, guys, we have hit 24k on this stream. So I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, Habibis. I appreciate you guys. The road to 25k starts as of today. So as Andrew just said, keep sharing the videos. Tell your friends about it. Lee Govender is one of the guys that tells me all my friends now watch the channel because of me. One of the guys DM'd me on Snapchat yesterday. Was like, yo, I send all my friends your videos. So I appreciate you guys. All the love. Continue to share the videos everywhere. 24k, Habibis. 1k away from the infamous Q&A videos that you guys love. So when we get to 25k, inshallah, we're going to slap up a Q&A for you guys. So please hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos everywhere. I love you all, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah.